Hello my lovelies and welcome to Diamond Paintings with me, your host Mike. Today we are going to be doing hopefully the continuation of this square, getting it all blocked up, and then we get the exciting bit because we're going to be doing the pumpkin. I'm very excited about this. So yeah, so let's get starting on this and we'll start getting this all lovely, jubbly and all get moving, shall we? So let's get a bit of wax and we'll get this moving along nicely. So I have just spent the last 2 hours trying to get this video up that I did last night, and it's taking very long. It seems like the longer the video, the longer the upload. So we're going to be cutting it back to 30-minute sessions again, because I just think it's causing a bit of a, like, I'm losing like 2 hours a day by it taking so long to upload. Where's my C? I've lost my bloody C. There we go. No, that's F. Oh no. I've lost C. What's happened to C, guys? Oh no. Oh dear. Okay. We've lost the colour C. Okay, we'll have to come back to that one. Annoying. Because I had that. So where's it gone? But anyway, we'll crack on. What's important is that we don't lose time here, because we're on a mission to finish this on time. So yabba dabba do. So let's rewind back to what I did last night. So last night, oh man, I finished filming about 7 o'clock. Because I film until, you know, right up to it's time to go to bed. And, you know, like that Nick Kershaw song where it goes, I won't let the sun go down on me. So yeah, I've done that. There wasn't no EastEnders on, so I really took the opportunity to get as much YouTube videos of my diamond painting friends done. Get them all up to date, and I'm just trying to get as much watched as possible, because I'm not really watching any videos at the moment on my World and Mike channel, because I've been so busy with doing these videos for the pumpkin. I spend more time on this channel than the other one, like watch wise, so I just have to get round to that when I can. So yeah, I've got the O here because it's been a bit of a pain. So yeah, then I done a bit more reading, watched some more videos, and then every night so far I've been watching TikTok videos because they're so funny. And there's this guy that goes around on this drone, and apparently he's not allowed to film, but you don't know if it's like made up or stuff. So he goes, I'm just filming the premises like that, and I don't know if there's laws. Apparently you can't film in shops without permission or something, but I don't know if that's true. So then I started watching another diamond painter that I watch, and then I just went to bed about 2 o'clock in the morning, because my insomnia is being a pain at the moment, and the sleeping medication that they put me on isn't really doing much. So that's nice. It's almost like he's wearing a mask. Very cool. So yeah, it's been a pain at the moment, so I'll just try to watch videos to tire me out really. And then moving on to today, I've been dealing with a case that I'm dealing with at the moment, because my work are not doing what they're supposed to be doing as laid out in my contract. So as you can see, from here, just try and cover it a bit, I'm taking it to court. So as you can see, the claimant is me, and I've put a notice of hearing for an employment tribunal. Quite bizarrely, they've done it by telephone, because I'm not happy with what they're doing. You know, I'm supposed to be paid sick pay. They've not paid it. They will not pay sick pay, even though they've paid it on previous months. And they're basically, I'm not doing the job that I was signed up to do. It wasn't in my job description that I had to clean and do all this cleaning that is outside of where we work. So basically I'm doing stuff that I'm not, you know, contracted to do. But mainly it's because I'm owed money from them that they won't cough up and pay. So I'm taking them to court over it, and the claimant, in my case, I'm the claimant. So I'm the one that is the head of the case, so apart from the judge. But basically, the claimant is the one who takes the person to court. The respondent is the defending party that is basically the one that the claimant has asked to attend the court. So I've been through various grievance meetings. Oh yeah, we'll sort it. Yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing. So I thought, do you know what? I've had enough of this ongoing grievance crap. I'm taking it further. So I've got a hearing date for, I think it's January, which is a long time away, but hopefully we'll get some answers. Because as I said, I'm not someone to mess with. You know, I take what I do very seriously, and you know, I've just got to the point now where I think we're going around on a carousel ride. It's just, I'm not doing anything, but you know, it just don't seem like it's doing anything for me. So according to this, the hearing is on the 19th of January, because they was going to do it for November, but unfortunately I can't do November. So I've moved it to January, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, if they can fix the problem before that date, then I'll shut that case down, that's no problem. But, you know, I think they can just walk over me. It's the same here in the UK, because I know some people watch from America and Australia, but it's the same here in the UK. Basically, if a company is trying to take the mick out of you, they will basically walk over you. It's basically, alright, I can say anything and it won't make a difference, you know. So I'm just sick and tired of being walked over now, so I'm taking it further, which is quite nice because I don't have to pay any court fees, which is lovely. Because a tribunal is it's like a court, but it's not really a court, if you get me. It's basically like it is a court, but not really a serious court, if you get me. I mean, this is the first time I've ever had to do this, so it's all new to me. Normally, I like to keep things at ground level, but you know, when you've got a company keep messing you about, and it's not the first time. Every single month so far, I've had nothing but constant problems with my wages, whether it's an overpayment, an underpayment. Last month they underpaid me 163 quid and they expected me to wait another whole month, and I said no, you know, you've underpaid it, you need to pay this within 7 days. And I kept emailing until they'd done it. They can't expect me to wait another whole month for payment. And yeah, so I took it to a senior manager, because I've got a manager, but that manager has her manager, and then her manager has this manager, and then obviously you've got the operations director above that. So I have had conversations with the operations director, but he was utterly useless, like everything else. So, oh yes, Missy, fantasy. So I took it to my boss's boss, if you get me. So my manager, she has her boss, but the boss above her boss is the one I saw, and she sorted the underpayment and paid it within 7 days, fair enough. But there's still a lot of things that, you know, I'm still being asked to do that is not what I signed up to do. So they, you know, I think they understand now, because at first they were just taking the piss, if I'm honest. But I think they understand now that I'm not someone to mess with. You know, I take things very seriously, you know, especially when money's involved. It's not right, you know, and it's just not, it's ridiculous. It's like, say for example, a company says that I owe money. Okay, fair enough, that's no problem. You know, work with me and I'll sort you out. But if you're trying to pull a fast one and you're trying to get free money when there's nothing there to be owed for it, then obviously I will take it to court and let a judge decide on that one. But yeah, I'm not doing anything, I'm not getting what I want, you know, and it's getting ridiculous. So, but apparently according to this, it says that the hearing is only going to be allocated 1 day to hear the evidence and decide the claim. But yeah, I mean, obviously, this is all new to me. I've never had to do this before, so it's a lot of paperwork, and yeah, it's quite ridiculous, really. And I couldn't care less anymore. You know, I would happily leave the company. I've been there 7 years now, and I'm just sick and tired of all this ongoing crap. I shouldn't have to take it past a grievance to the courts, you know, because the grievance, but I don't know why they call it a grievance, because grievance to me is when someone's died. But there you go. But yeah, and I've had like 4 grievances and the problem still ain't been sorted, so I'm like, right, do you know what, we're going round in circles here, I'm taking you to court. And yeah, and it's only, bear in mind that this was only yesterday, right? So another aspect of it, I'm not going to go into everything because it's personal, but another aspect is it, I have a thing called attachment to earnings. And what that means is the council gets a liability order, and what that allows the court to do is to take wages out my, take a payment out my wages and pay the council direct, because I'm terrible for remembering to pay things. And unless it's on direct debit, I will just forget. So they still haven't paid £35.15 to my council, and this has been dragging on since February. Can you believe it? I just don't understand how you cannot, you know, it's just, and then they're saying something like, let me see if I can find it, but basically they want to resolve the matter. See if I can find it quickly, because I like to share this with you. But yeah, it's basically like something to do with, as you can see here, it says something like the respondent's representative is looking to settle the matter for the £76 minus statutory deductions, which relates to the sick pay claims and blah blah blah. If not already paid, they haven't paid this £35 to my council since February, and the council haven't got that. But then they're saying that obviously if I decide on that, because I'm the claimant, which means anything that the respondent says gets forwarded to me, and which is quite good in a way, because I'm the head of the case. So basically anything that the respondent replies, that's where I get an email, because they have to, the whole point of my consolidator is they have to report back to me, and then I say yay or nay. But they're actually saying that if I don't decide, they basically want to send what's called a COT3 form, which apparently is, if agreed, a consolidator will declare the matter legally binding after verbally or via email. It is a binding on both parties and is a legally enforceable document. But obviously what they're saying is if the third party breaks that, then obviously I can take it further. But obviously it has to be a decision that, you know, I've got to really sleep on, because if I say, yeah, okay, I'm happy with that, the tribunal case will automatically be shut down. So providing they pay what I'm owed, and providing they pay the £35 to my council, which has been dragging since February, then yeah, by all means I'll be happy to close the case. But until then I'm not doing that, because you've not paid the payment. I've got proof from the council to say you haven't paid it, and it's as simple as that, I'm afraid. So last night was very stressful for me, because I'm like, you know, I'm trying to unwind for the evening, because after like 7 o'clock I tend to, that's like movie night, and you know, try and watch as many TV. So I'm trying to unwind, and you know, that they emailed me with a decision, and I'm thinking, right, okay, see what I can do. And yeah, I mean, it's like another case I've got. Let's just see if I can pull it up. So if I go to Ombudsman, I've got this other case that I'm dealing with at the moment, which is, I mean, I wouldn't normally show all this, but you know, I want to show people that this company that I work for take the piss, which is what they do, excuse my French. But they really do take the mick. They just think they can get away with not paying people, and it's not right. You know, this is ridiculous. I've got another complaint that I'm dealing with at the moment, and they've offered me, because basically I'm very hot on things. So if you don't pay or settle the problem with a complaint, I'll take you to the ombudsman, no problem. And they've actually said here, I've got to try this very carefully, but let me see if I can do this. But they've said that. So remedy 1 is a letter of an apology, or I can choose remedy 2, which is to the value of £60 goodwill. So obviously that's gone to an investigator who is investigating the case, and then once they decide, I'll because it's to do with this smart meter. Because I said my smart meter's broke, you know, the little in-home. Oh no sir, sorry, we can't do that because it's out of the 12-month policy. Okay, fair enough, I'll write a complaint, no problem. They still wouldn't have it. Apparently they're supposed to have rang me. They haven't rang me because they want to try and change the meter over to a credit, which is what I asked for. There's been no phone messages, and I thought, do you know what, I've read it and I'll take the 60 quid and close this case. You know, I'm happy with that. But for some reason they've still got to investigate it, which is fair enough, it's standard protocol. But yeah, so a lot of paperwork that I've got to do, you know, because you've got to get all the evidence and stuff like that. But I've submitted all the evidence now, so it's just a case of waiting for this 60 quid to come through. And they'll only award that if you've got evidence, which in this case they have. So yes, so lots of meetings and cases at the moment, so be glad when it's put, you know, abolished. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you because, you know, I'm sick and tired of this company now, and I'm getting to the point now where I just want to resign. I've had enough of it, and it's almost like they know I'm a good worker because I've been with them for like 7 years, and everyone else, it's really weird because everyone else that have breached their contract, they have let them go. But with me, I think they know that I'm very serious, and I'm very serious about taking them to court and that. And I think they know that I'm not to be messed with. So, simple as that really. And yeah, hopefully I'll win the case and I'll get the payment. But as for them to take it, what concerns me is the fact that they've took all this time. I took this to the tribunal probably shortly after the grievance, which was about a couple of months ago, and they've took all this time to come to a settlement. Can you believe it? I just don't understand how it's took all this time, but apparently it's a partner of the business, so I predict it's come from the managing director of the company or someone within the CEO board or the leadership board, wherever it's come from. But I feel like I'm getting somewhere now, so I feel like hopefully this is the end of it and, you know, case resolved. But, you know, if they don't pay me, I'll still pursue it. I think it's really unfair that I've had to take it to court to get it resolved. You know, they just seem to think they can piss around with people's wages. Well, it ain't funny. Certainly it's not fun. And then, if you've got, say like you're owed money, obviously I'm paid monthly. So say like they've made a cock up on your wages, you're expected to wait until the end of the month. And I caught them out because they said that they can't pay it until the following month. So I thought, okay, I'll do some investigating with payroll. And apparently it turns out that if they make an error, they have to pay you within 7 days. So this operations director was absolutely useless because he didn't pay it. He made me wait till the end of the month, and I thought, no, do you know what? I don't want this. I'm referring to the 163 that I was underpaid, and I said, no, do you know what? I don't think you're doing enough. I'm going to take it to Deborah because she seems to have been, you know, the best one that have been doing it. And resolving it, and she said, right, I've gone back. She said, send me your wage slip, so I did, and she said, I've gone back over July and June's, and I can see that there was some amendments made. God knows what the amendments were, but okay, go with the flow. And it turns out that apparently I was underpaid 163, and straight away when I got that wage slip, I knew straight away that there was a cock up, and the old manager, he got fired for it because he was basically docking people's wages. He basically wasn't paying everyone's wages correctly, and it weren't just me, it was the whole entire team, so he got sent out the door, you know. But we're still no better off because this other manager we've got is exactly the same, and I'm just sick and tired of it now. I'm just looking I'm still attached with the company, but I feel like now's the time to sort of move on, you know. I feel like fresh start, move on, find something else, because I can't work with a company having fears over, are you going to get paid all your wages, or are you going to get paid some, you know. I can't work like that, and I'm salary, so I get paid a salary. So the others are on casual, and what that means is, I used to be on casual, but I got promoted. So with a casual, you will get something called 0-hour contracts, and what that means is you're not guaranteed hours. So you basically work whenever you want, or you can say no and you have no rights. You don't have many rights. But with a general, which is what I am, I'm a general assistant, I get rights because I was promoted to general assistant, and I'm on a contract. So if I breach that contract, then obviously it's subject to disciplinary action, but I've not breached the contract, they have, because they've not paid what was supposed to be paid. And I'm just querying, because the bit that says about minus sick pay, I need to look into that, because I haven't still been paid the sick pay that was in August. So I'm going to query that, because they say, oh no, sorry, we don't pay sick pay. Yeah, rubbish. It's on my wage slip when I was sick in June. So don't lie to me. I love investigating things. I like to be like, if a company, say for example, like a company's saying, I don't know, you owe £4, and they just put it in writing, I won't accept that. I will look at the account, and if I see that there's £4 owing, fair enough, I'll pay it. But sometimes I have cases where they'll say, oh, you owe so-and-so, and you know, it could be a company, and they say you owe, for example, £4.50, but it's in writing, and then when you look at the account, there's nothing there, and I'll say, okay, can you give me proof? I need proof to back it. Oh no, we can't, we don't have that access. You need to speak to the company. It's like a debt agency. You need to speak to, for example, I don't know, O2, because we don't hold that. Okay, but you've bought you've bought that debt. You're a debt purchaser, so you've bought that debt. So surely you would have all the paperwork relating to that debt. So yeah, it will drag and drag until they provide me the evidence to back it. Because I'm not, say like someone said, oh, you owe £5, I'm not just going to accept that. I need evidence to back that. So yes, it's quite a stressful week at the moment, because now I've got the hearing, it's you know, a bit of a kick up the arse, you know, get it moving, you know, get shot of this stupid company. So hopefully. But I've got all the evidence there, and they've said that they want to settle the matter, so we'll see if that's the case. If they settle it, say, by next week, then I'll shut the case down, no problem. But that's what's good about being the claimant, because you have total control. Well, most of it, you have control over the case, so it's up to you if you want to pursue it further, you know. So that's the sort of power I have at the moment. Just going to get some more wax, so... Apart from that, been doing some washing up, been watching some of my friends in America do their paintings, and one of my YouTubers have done a September finished painting or something like that, so that's pretty good. And then, yeah, basically put some washing on, just waiting for Amazon. So I ordered some more Galaxy. I'm very lazy, I'm being serious. I hate going shopping. Even if it's for like a bag of apples, I will order them where I can. I hate carrying bags, going out. I don't like going out unless I really need to. So yeah, I'm sorry, but it's true. So yeah. I can't remember what time we started, but I'm gonna stop in about 4 minutes time, hopefully. But yeah, it's and I'm a bit stressed at the moment because I'm getting lots of emails. I clear them all and then I get flooded with more. Very similar with YouTube. You know, I think, right, I've just cleared 4 and then within the space of 5 minutes I've got more, and it's a never-ending game. It's a never-ending catch-up. You're not really catching up with anything. That's what it feels like. So at the moment, it's like when I'm reading my magazines, I could be reading, say for example, I don't know, this one here, which is the Route Master. I could be reading that, and then come next month, there's another big bundle I've got to get through. Okay, so that's that one. G we're still trying to look for at the moment, but we'll still crack on because we need to move this along. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to 30 minutes because it's just taking a little bit too long to get these videos up. So I think that's what the issue is. I mean, we're not going to get much done in 30 minutes, but 30 minutes is 30 minutes. And then obviously my Eddie Stobart's not coming, and it's, you know, trying to figure out what to do for a video, and I just need a break. I need a holiday. I might take them up on that Blakelands offer, but it means having to go with my relative, which I haven't spoke to for years, so maybe I could go on my own. I don't know, that is an option, but I'll have to figure out how to get there. But yeah, sorry if it sounds like I was moaning there. I'm not. I as I said, I think people take me the wrong way. So when I am talking about something, it may sound that in my voice is a bit of a angry tone. It's not like that. I'm just trying to get my point across, you know. And I always say it how it is. I say it what my brain thinks. So, say for example, that tray looks ugly, I'm going to call it ugly, you know. But yeah, it's nice because we're getting more and more of this bit done. But can you see how we've got flecks of this red? It's really getting exciting now. So it's really starting to take shape. I mean, it's not a nice thing to do, taking your employer to court, but, you know, there comes a point where, you know, you've exhausted all options, you know, what else do you do? You know, if they won't listen, you know, what can I do? Do you see what I mean? So, I can only do what I can do. We have run over slightly, but please remember to like, share and subscribe. That's been the Halloween painting so far. We will be slowing it down to 30-minute sessions now. But please remember to like, share and subscribe. Tap the bell if you want to be notified of all the videos that I do. If you want to get this painting for yourself, check out the link in the description below and you can order this. If you want to buy me a gift, you're not obliged to, but if you want to buy me a gift, these are warmly accepted. They're greatly accepted and they all feature on the unboxing videos. On the playlist, all gifts received are greatly appreciated, unless of course you are actually don't worry about that, but yeah, all gifts are greatly appreciated. And yeah, so until next time, that's been Halloween with Delina, Pascal and Terry the Pumpkin. See you next time. Bye guys.